Okay, hello, this is Rani Ahmed with you. This is lesson 12 in Objective-C programming on the Macintosh operating system. And in this lesson we're going to talk about using the pass by reference into a function. Okay, so we'll be using the references to pass values to a function as parameters. So the references will be, or the addresses of the variables will be the references here, and therefore there will be the values passed to the function. Now, why would we use this kind of parameter passing? Is that when you want to pass like a number of values and you want to process them, okay, and return them to you at the same time. You have like a multiple of them and you want to return multiple values. And also you know, in a function usually you pass only one and only one you know, value. You know, when you have, for example, a function like this this one, okay, like the by value, okay, you would sometimes like put int here, so this must return some value. Okay, now I just want to disable this for now. Now the thing is, we remember from lesson 11 that when we passed passed values, okay, to a pointer, they can be changed from through the pointer. Okay, how? For example, this is just a repeat of the last lesson. I have a number of type float and I named it M, okay, and I give it the value 3.5. Now here I'm making an address, okay, or I'm defining a pointer that should hold an address. This address, okay, at this address in the RAM, the float will be the contents of that address. Okay, so any float number must be the contents of that address, okay, in the RAM. So until here, as written, this means that K alone, not star K, K alone is holding nothing, no address. So that's why it's currently null at this line, up to this line. Okay, but because of the way we define pointers, you must add a star. Okay, now K till now, as we said, until this line, okay, it is not pointing to anything. Now if I use ampersand and M, okay, it means that I'm taking the address of M, and therefore I'm assigning the address to K, because in pointers, the pointers are of type addresses. They don't take anything else but addresses. Okay, but using star K, when I add star to the K, it means that I can manipulate the contents at the address held by K, symbolized by K. Cool. So this way I'm manipulating the address of K, which is the address of M. Therefore 46 will be now in the box of M. So this means that M is not 3.45 anymore. It's now 64.89. Okay, or 46. Sorry. So that's why when I print it, you won't get M as 3.5, you will get 46. Okay, so this is M here. Okay, I'm just saying inside by value, forget it. Here, there's another one. Okay, so M is currently 64 46.89. Okay, and I repeat, it was 3.5. So because of the usage of the address, I changed the contents of M. And here the variable M, the compiler gives it a preset, okay, a previously set address, okay, but here the address is set on runtime, okay, it can be set on runtime. Now moving on, how we would use the by value and the by reference. Now here I start with a number x and it takes 1, and therefore the address is already set by the compiler, and similarly for the character symbolized by y, which is a. Now by value is a function that must take x and y, okay. Here I must change it into and y, and we will see why. So by value x and y. So this is what I passed as parameters, and those will be copied to k and m, okay, to k and m. And I'm just saying here inside by value, so what has been processed, or what is processed, or what's being processed through by value, okay, and I'm saying x, which is represented by k, and y, which is represented by m. Okay, this is their value before, okay, but after I added our and m, which is which should represent y, okay, yeah, it changes m, but here in by value k, x and y won't be changed, okay, after it exits by value. And here is a run, okay, let's go to the by values. So here x was 1 and y was a, but however after the change in the function by value, x is now 2 and y equals to q, but when it exits, x and y stay the same, go to their original value. So by value doesn't change the contents of their parameters, okay. Now using by reference, okay, I would be using pointers. Okay, so using by reference, this function, using by reference, it means that I should use pointers, because by reference means that I must take the values of addresses as parameters, okay. And here int star z and char star t till here, okay, till here means that I'm just defining addresses, okay, I'm not defining anything else. They don't take true values, okay, you just take addresses, okay. True values, I always mean by that, like, I think you should have understood that it means like usable values, like characters and numbers, okay, and strings. So here, okay, I'm saying printf inside by reference, and of course I must take the values of star z, because this means that I print the star z just to get the contents, and here star t to get the contents of t. And to increment z, you must take it like this between parentheses, so you're meaning not z, because this alone means you're shifting the address, but this you're incrementing the value at the contents of that address, okay. So next is I'm saying star t, okay, which is the contents at t, okay, at the address symbolized by t. It will take q, and therefore this is what has happened inside the function. But when I print it out, they have changed, because remember, by value it did not change, see, outside, but after the by reference it changed outside it. So why? Because I'm passing the addresses, and the way I'm passing the addresses is this way, okay. As usual, I get the variable and just put in front of it the ampersand, which is the character using shift and the letter 7, okay, and the character 7. Now this means if I'm passing an address, I can, if I want to pass a pointer, okay, I just mention its symbol. So for example, here k is a pointer, okay. You know, to set it I use star k, but to refer to star k I must use k alone. So it means that I should pass something like k, something like this, okay. Should not put ampersand. Now what if someone passes a null value? What would he do? He doesn't want to pass anything there, okay. So this is where and how if statements come in action. So what I do is I must check whether t is not null, okay, or if it's null. So if no t, okay, if no t, I just return, not to return anything. Why? Because I have a void here. So this means you quit the function, okay? You exit the function right away. So similarly with any pointer you do the same, but it does not mean that you should stop right away like by using just return, okay. However, you can do some things, but they should not deal with t itself, because t is null. Cool. So so this is how it will work. So if I say like here and press null, okay, so you'll see the function quitting right away. Because it will not print what's inside the by reference, okay. Maybe I can, for example, write a printf just to say that function quit, just to remove ambiguity, so you don't think that it has not went through the function by reference. And see, it has quit right away. And then you said outside by reference x is still 1 and y is still a, okay. So I hope you understood the lesson. Please subscribe and your comments, and thanks for watching, okay. Wait for the next lesson and enjoy. Thanks.